So Burns McDonnell, who are we? We're obviously an engineering, architecture, environmental um, construction company that's been around in Kansas City for over 100 years. We were founded in 1898 by two gentlemen, Clinton Burns and Robert McDonnell, and it has grown to over 7,400 people today. Most of us are here in Kansas City, but there are regional offices all over the world. You can see here over 50. And here is a little map showing where all we're located. We do have international offices, as you can see here. Our biggest international office is going to be in Mumbai. Our newest offices are in Manila and Birmingham, the UK. I always say I should go over there and help with K-12 educational outreach because that's what I do here in the States. It only makes sense that I should go international, don't you think? But I do have, you can see here that we are all over the nation, Houston being our biggest regional office. And then we'll have some project offices pop up all over. So we really are in all 50 states and, you know, project offices in the rest of the world as well. We are a consulting engineering firm. That means that our people are our product. It means we don't sell widgets. We don't manufacture anything out of this office. There's no major research and development that's going on. We sell our services to our clients. We basically have clients that have needs. They have problems. They have needs. And we are here to help them out. So they hire us to solve their problems. We work on projects big and small. We have clients that are part of the public sector, the private sector, the military, the U.S. government, the Department of Defense, all of that. They are our clients. And then obviously we go to those client sites so you can have opportunities inside and outside the office. We are broken down by different divisions. You can see here, these are the different divisions that we have at Burns & Mac. And then these are the biggest majors that we hire coming out of college. So if you are interested in, say, mechanical engineering, that one's on the bottom. The blue dots represent the fact that there is a mechanical engineer in those divisions. So there is a need for a mechanical engineer in the divisions with blue dots in them. So every division but one has a mechanical engineering need. You can see here, civils have a need in every division that we have. Electricals, multiple divisions, same thing. Chemicals, same thing. So there's a lot of different areas that we cover, a lot of different markets that we serve, and there's an opportunity to move through those different divisions if you so choose. Like say you start in the aviation and federal group as a mechanical engineer and you're like, no thanks, this is not for me. I'm really interested more on the water side of things and wastewater treatment facilities, water treatment, then that option does exist for you. You can actually move around in those different spaces. People always ask, what is it that we do? Like, I know you're an engineering firm, but like, what do you do? Well, here's what we do. These are the different market segments that we serve. And I tell the little kids when I meet with them that we do everything that makes the world go round, right? From highways, roads, and bridges, transportation, to water treatment plants and clean water, airports and their runways, military bases, several different types of power plants, even looking at different types of solar farms, wind farms, food processing plants. If you guys have ever eaten Doritos Locos Tacos, we designed the food processing plant that was in. Transmission lines, how we get electricity from point A to point B. Telecommunication towers, how we distribute that. So a lot of different types of projects that we work on. Again, not just locally here in Kansas City, but all over the nation and throughout the world. So some of the big engineering majors that we hire, you can see here, chemical engineering is a big one. And here you can kind of see the different bullet points that we have here. I'm not going to go through each bullet point. I know you guys know how to read. So these are the different bullet points here within chemical engineering. If anybody's interested in CAD or computer-aided drafting and design, that's a huge need here at Burns & Mac. Multiple divisions across the board are looking for that experience. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, it's just because I may not have one of these bullet points of, you know, types of programs that I don't have. It's okay. We do have the ability to educate and bring in those types of things and give you some training on that. Construction is a big one. We have construction design team here. We can take a project from start to finish, from A to Z, from a concept in your brain to actually building it. So we do have that as well. Electrical engineering. This is a big one for us because we are very big in the transmission and distribution of power and energy. Those two are really big divisions for us, and we do have a big need for electrical engineers. You'll see here too, we do have cybersecurity. That is another up and coming one for us. Lots of different changes and new technologies that are coming into play with those. So by the time you guys graduate from college, who knows what there could be coming down the pipes. Speaking of pipes, mechanical engineering. So we have lots of different type of system designs for mechanical engineers. And you can see here all of the different types that we have here just at Burns and Mac. So I like to talk a little bit about our culture too. Yes, we do some major projects and we do some mind-boggling projects, very hard projects. But we also get to have a lot of fun here too. And I don't know how much people get to talk about that these days. But we do have, we are 100% employee owned. And that means that basically once you come on board to Burns and Mac, you're not just an employee, but you're an employee owner. All the stock of the company is held within the employees, all distributed fairly and 100%. So everyone. So with that, we get some extra little fun things that we get to do around here. The picnic, the company picnic is on the left, which I think rivals the Missouri State Fair. But we can do things big. We celebrate big wins. We celebrate diversity. We celebrate inclusion. We celebrate Employee Ownership Month. October actually is Employee Ownership Month for us. So if you like to eat, I feel like we do that all the time. Whether it's ice cream, pancake breakfast, barbecue lunch. We've had pretzel boys come in and serve up pretzels. We've had, you name it, around Kansas City. Chateau Milk Companies come down here. Boulevard comes out here. So lots of different types of Kansas City companies coming around then to celebrate those different types of efforts that we have. We also are very big in the community with volunteering, celebrating different areas, whether it be monetary donations, whether it be your time, talents. Burns McDonnell is really trying to get into the community and make sure that we are doing our responsible part to make sure that everybody is helping out. And, you know, that could be through United Way, that could be through Harvesters, Ronald McDonald House. There's probably 100 others. And then, of course, we do have a program that you can do matching donations. So if you have a charity that's closer to your heart and you want to donate, Burns and Mac will match those donations. Kind of cool. We do have a big intern program for the summer. Most interns are college interns. We have about 300. And you can see here, none of them are making coffee or making copies. They are actually out into the field. We like to get our interns out into our projects. We like to give them a tour. We like to show them, hey, what you're doing in the office is actually, here's what it looks like out in the field. You're meeting clients. You're seeing what it would be like to be here full time. Like I said, most of those are through the summer, and most of those are for college students that are majoring in those majors that I mentioned in the Where You Fit In slide. Of course, we do have educational outreach programs too. So if engineering or any type of STEM career is something that you are interested in or want to check out, we have job shadow programs. We have summer camps. We do some fun stuff with our engineers to kind of team up and talk about what STEM really is and what engineering really is, as opposed to what we think it is. So that is basically that in a nutshell. And I wanted to get over to you guys so I can at least stop sharing a little bit here. Awesome. That was probably the fastest I've ever given that little tidbit of intro. What questions do you have for me, Damon?
So do you spend most of your time at Burns and McDonnell, or are you like where you've been
So
hired?
it just sort of depends on what you want to do, right? So if you like, if you're like, I'm kind of a homebody, I could kind of see myself like just kind of sticking around, then you spend most of your time in the office. But if you're like, get me out, yo, I don't want to be behind a desk all day, 24/7, then out to the field you go. So there's been plenty of times when I've been asking engineers to do job shadows with me and stuff, and they're like, "Well, I'm out in the field." I'm like, "Son of a," and I try to get them back. But a lot of times they are, if you want that experience, that exposure, kind of getting out, that opportunity exists. Consulting is really good about that, right? Because your clients want to see who they're hiring to do multi-million-dollar projects, right? So if that's of interest to you, that option does exist.
It looks like, am I muted or?
Nope, you're good now.
Okay, it
Yeah.
looks like we are almost out of time. Damon, do you have any other final questions? Otherwise, we'll probably end the session so you can take a quick water break before the next session and figure out where you want to go next. Unless you have any final questions.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Well, Emily, thank you. I look
Yeah,
forward
thank
to
you.
the recording of your session.